Hey everyone, and welcome back to Arcade Spirits. It's been some time since I recorded a video, so I'm not quite sure. We went on a lunch date with Queen Bee. That's right. Okay, time for the afternoon shift. That's usually when things heat up after the quiet mornings. More kids coming in after school, more gamers rolling in with crews. I'm headed back to my desk, ready to take care of what needs to be taken care of when I'm intercepted en route. Hurry, Ashley, you're both back. Good. I was hoping to catch you before we left. Ooh, what's up? Hamza's up.
Okay.
He is? Ha! Okay. Ashley, I'll bring the van around shortly. Ari, you'll be flying solo today. Hell, what's happening exactly? Who's Hamza? Hamza's a game finder and auctioneer and gives next to no notice of when a new block of games will be going under the gavel, so we need to move. Ashley, Naomi, Francine and I will be going to the auction for the rest of the afternoon while you run the Funplex. Oh god. My first instinct is to nod and go along with it. Gavin's the law around these parts, but Queen Bee's words are still dangling away in my mind. Doing what needs doing is great and all, but maybe I needed to step up a bit more. Plus, the idea of being trapped in here during our heaviest hours with no support was hardly appealing. You're trusting the Funplex to the newbie? I might pin it down. Oh, I don't know. Hey, what goes on? I want to know this too. Let me tag along. How about you? How about Ashley and I swap places and I come with you? Me? Seriously? Do we learn nothing from the great kitchen fire incident of 20XX that Ari exudes an aura of perpetual bad luck? That cruddy old microwave exploding had nothing to do with your pizza rolls. Pizza bagels! Or whatever. Hey. Hang on. I get a say in this too, right? As a fellow floor attendant. I feel like such a third wheel at those actions anyway. Let Ari be the third wheel and let me handle the floor. I'll be the finest third wheel you've ever met, trust me. I just want to do more than what I've been doing. Different things, new things. Show some initiative, like... I suppose I wouldn't change much, spring Ari instead. But no costume time today, Ashley. I need non-plush fingers on duty in case of ticket jams. Vicky can stay in storage for the afternoon. I'm just happy to be helping folks out, one way or another. She's so cute. I need to go get the van. Wait out front, please. We'll probably be close by the time you get back, so I'll see you in the morning. Florentine and Ashley, away! Leaving me outside with my two travelling companions. Not much time to chat, however, as Gavin pulls his van and a rental trailer around. Oh my, how exciting. I really go on adventures these days. It's just a quick trip, ma'am. Any trip is an adventure if you make it one. Shall we? I don't know what this voice is. The four of us pile in and it's off to the highway. Ooh. Gavin, consulting a driving map on his phone, leads us out of the city via a series of weird turns and back roads. Ooh. Trust me, this will save time in the long run. Where's Hamza set up this time? On site at some abandoned estate just outside town. It's about to be torn down, but they found a trove of arcade games in the basement.
Woohoo!
So exciting! I love arcade raids! Arcade auctions. Raids! Auctions. You guys got an arcade to English dictionary I could borrow? Francine without looking up from her knitting answers. A raid is when a bunch of collectors get together and rescue games before they can be junked by their original owner. An auction is where someone sells off their arcade games one at a time to a crowd of active bidders. So, which is this, a raid or an auction? It's both, dearie. Hamza, the sweet boy, pies up private collections before they can be thrown away. He rescues them from the terrible fate and then auctions off his finds. Sort of. Okay, now I'm fuzzy on the sort of part. I'm the newbie here, remember? Okay, well, so Hamza obviously auctions off games for cash money, but he's a very whimsical kind of guy. Once I saw him trade off a vintage Booger Time in exchange for someone's super secret chili recipe passed down through generations of family. In other words, he's just on the edge of being a loon. This would be a lot simpler if it was just a raid. We pay up front, we declare what games we want, and cart them away. Instead, he ambushes us with these impromptu auctions that make us come down there to entertain his whims.
Wonderful.
I think it's sweet. He wants to make sure the games go to good homes to people who really want them, even if they can't pay. And really, we should be honoured we get an invitation. He's trying to cut out the big franchise arcades like Deco's Palace and help the little guys like us. It's inefficient and relies entirely on keeping on Hamza's good side. Huh. Helping out the little guy sounds good here. How did you guys meet this Hamza guy? Anyway, Game's right, this could be a little something. I'm guessing Hamza is the sort of person who would let kids have the game of his dreams for free. He doesn't care about money, he cares about people. Am I right? Correctamundo! Hamza's a great guy. Is he hard to predict? Sure. But he's got a big heart, and that means something in this business. Not enough big hearts left some days. Yes, because that's how you pay the bills and keep the doors open. By having a big heart. I won't deny we can sometimes squeak out a trade that's practically a steal thanks to his personal modus operandi, but let's not push too far here. We need to temper our expectations a little, I suspect.
I think not.
We don't have room to add many more games, especially relics like Hamza usually deals in. What about the off-site storage unit? We can just rotate games in and out more often. Nearly full to bursting, and not cheap for us to rent on a monthly basis. I'm not saying we have to go home empty-handed. Certainly a few holes in our roster we can fill should we find an excellent deal and beat the other bidders. But consider this above anything else, a way to maintain relations with Hamza, even if we don't end up bidding.
Aww.
Now, Naomi. Gavin knows the numbers. I'm in favor of making our little Funplex more and more fun, but floor space is finite. And Gavin, remember, if we find some darling little game Naomi would lavish adoration upon, we can always retire an older game. Life, my young friends, is a series of trade-offs.
Well, isn't it better to, just settle on compromise all the time?
Well, now, there are trade-offs, and there are trade-offs. It's silly to say that you should never compromise, as silly as it is to say you should always compromise. It's what you compromise that defines who you are.
What?
You're all so young yet. You've time to make mistakes in learning what trade you need to make.
Unless you don't make rent on your apartment, or your stomach's growling. Iris and Juniper have pushed me to stop settling for less out of life, to stand up for myself and my happiness, and I've done just that without regret, so everything should be fine now, right? Right? New topic diversion, the weather. Waiting for the bus and the rain. No, sorry. Well, at least it's a nice day for an outing, right? Oh, come on! Waiting for the bus and the rain and the rain, waiting for the bus and the rain. Wonderful. Glad I packed plastic bags to wrap cabinets in just in case. That's our Gavin. Always thinking ahead. Trying to protect your investments, huh? From Hamza's invitation, it seems this arcade was largely abandoned and left to rot. I'd rather not add water damage to the ailments the games are already suffering. It's so sad when we come across a wonderful game that's just ruined beyond repair. Most collectors show their collections a lot of love, but others just don't care. You find old games in barns, exposed to the elements and falling apart. I suppose this is one thing we can easily agree on. It's important to take care of your games. For their resale value, you mean? A broken game's no fun to play with, and it's a shame to see a classic in terrible condition. Consider pinball. Pinball games are very prone to breakdowns, particularly older ones. To experience them in their glory, you need to show them care. Even beyond a busted game earning no quarters, it feels like a waste to allow an enjoyable game lie fallow. A waste of true potential. Huh, good point. Glad to see these two getting along better, even if Naomi kept preemptively attacking him along the way there. With the rain pounding down on the van roof, conversation gets a bit difficult. Gradually, everyone resumes fiddling about with their phones, knitting or driving, leaving me to wonder exactly where is this auction and or raid happening anyway. We've been driving for some time and leaving the city far behind. What would a massive trove of arcade games be doing this far out into the sticks? Maybe it's some closed down roller rink or an old bowling alley, or maybe it's a creepy old house that's likely haunted by exactly 87,194 ghosts. Ah, the classic Cater luck and play. So majestically awful. Gavin pulled up alongside any number of other vans and trucks. We're here a little late, it seems. Good grief, is this really the auction site? Creepy. Definitely creepy. At least an 8 on the creepometer. An old home has character, I feel. Let's not judge it by the exterior, shall we? I don't know what happened to my voice there. With all speed, the group hurries inside to get away from the weather. A large group has already gathered in the foyer of the crumbling estate, but one rushes forward to greet us in the blur as the others pay little mind.
Greetings, friends. Hamza welcomes our friends from the Funplex. Welcome, welcome. Gavin, stalwart as ever. Naomi, love what you've done with your hair. Miss Francine, a beauty surpassed only by your wisdom.
Oh, fresh.
And a new player, it seems. Who might you be?
Ari Kader.
I see. Greetings to you and yours. I am known as Hamza, seeker of
Hamza,
antiquity, finder of things lost, player of games. And welcome to, well, not my home, but the place where Hamza shall provide hospitality regardless.
Kind of a dump, isn't it? Seeker of Antiquity, 1980X is antique. Thank you for your gracious invitation. Let's just say thank you for your invitation, Mr. Hamza. I understand you're on a select few. The Funplex is proud to accept your summons. Now you sound like me. Indeed, I am very careful who I allow to my events. These machines deserve owners who will respect and appreciate them. Hamza will accept nothing less. Alas, I've not a moment to enjoy your fine company, Arcada. Perhaps later, but for now, it is time. Clapping twice for attention, Hamza rallies the small crowd in the room to begin the proceedings. Friends, companions, long-time allies of the noble art of the arcade, welcome, welcome to Donnerwood. Its story begins nearly 30 years ago when legendary pop musician Donna Michaels, singer of such hits as Thrilling and Mama Don't Mope, Papa Don't Preach, okay, did a stately pleasure dome decree. Here, the reclusive idol crafted a private amusement park, a petting zoo, and an arcade. Alas, she could only enjoy this paradise for a short 10 years before her tragic death. Needless to say, the estate has fallen on hard times ever since. In this year, it shall be torn down to make way for condominiums. But not before we have our say.
Friends, those games that Donna Michaels cherished still lurk one floor below, ready to be rescued from such a terrible fate. It is our moral imperative to do so. I have paid the estate owners a princely sum for the entire lot. Now, Hamza parcels them out to you. By all means, browse the collection. See which pieces sing out to you. On the far table, you shall find refreshments, grapes, sparkling wine, and delicacies from my travels. Mingle, cavort, and we shall begin the auction in 1 hour's time.
Interesting. Indeed, a lavishly arranged table that probably cost more than any single arcade game to put together is descended upon the invitees soon after. feel like I'm attending some ancient Roman celebration of debauchery and gluttony, not an arcade raid or an arcade auction or whatever. Donna Michaels? I knew it! I should have recognized Donna with me pulled in, but it was raining too hard. Who? You've never heard of Donna Michaels? She was the hottest musical act of 1980X. Naomi, I was born in 1990X. I'm totally plugging my phone into the van stereo so we can play it. Girls just want to play games all the way home. Oh my gosh. Girls just want to play games. But first, I'm going to go check out the cabinets in our arcade. I'm not really into mingling. Later! She dashes off with all speed, heading up for the stairs leading below. Suppose I should go network a bit. Hamza's events always draw an interesting crowd of rival arcade owners. Heading for the foodstuffs, Gavin arranges himself a plate so he has an excuse to hang around and eavesdrop on the other collectors. Leaving me to, do stuff? Now I see why Ashley was bored at these events. Gavin schmoozes, Naomi analyzes finds, and Francine's already napping in a chair. I've got nothing to do. Well, when in doubt, find someone who knows what they're doing and stick to them like glue. I think we should go to see Naomi. Go browse the games with Naomi. I'm really not interested in the arcade version of Game of Thrones going on up here. Gavel can handle these guys. For me, I want to see this legendary arcade Hamza was talking up, so I head downstairs to join Naomi. Whoa. Is this a private collection or a full-fledged arcade? I was expecting a handful of games and a pool table or something, but this is easily 3 times larger than the Funplex itself, even coated in dust and disrepair. It's awe-inspiring. And it's also hard to find anyone that's made of tightly packed games. Invitees are browsing the available stock to decide what's worth bidding on, making it crowded as well. But eventually, I locate Naomi practically cuddling a narrow-looking TMNT machine. Oh, less than 3. Ari, look, a 2-player variant of TMNT. These were only released in the Oceania region. Such a rare find. So it would have been released in New Zealand. Cool, we would have got it. Wait, wasn't that game originally 4-player? Why would anyone want a version with only 2 joysticks? Well, because, I mean, it's rare. It's a find. And it's less fun. Not the point. Anyway, it's hard to find one of these, 2-player or 4-player. I'd love to have it for the arcade. I'd love to have that, and this one, and this one, and... Oh, if only I could take all these home with me. I mean, some have water damage, others like me have busted CRTs and controls. They all need work, but... I recall the game she was working on when I first met her. Extensive repairs needed just to make it playable. So, not only would you have to bid and win the game, but you'd have hours of work and plenty of spare parts of purchases ahead of you. I know! Isn't it great? Okay, is there a nice way to say this? I know you love restoring these games, but do we actually have money for more new projects? How many restorations are in your backlog? Let's go. I know you love restoring these games. You really love bringing a broken old game back to working order, huh?
Yeah.
Absolutely. These games deserve to shine, as they once did ages ago. If I can turn back the clock and let them be what they truly can be, let people play them as they were in their prime, well, there's no greater feeling. And you enjoy the challenge of restoration too, repairing hardware, replacing damaged art, the problem solving of broken monitors. You know me so well, Ari. Exactly. And all of that is admirable. I really love how happy these projects make you, Naomi. But there's a flip side. How much time does it take to restore a game? I'd say if it's in good shape, maybe a few hours. If it's really a wreck and needs extra love, a few days. Maybe weeks if parts are on back order. Okay, now think of the games we currently have and how many still need work or break down frequently. Can you take on a bunch of new projects? Well, I could make the time work late, right? Even a girl with bottomless energy has her limits. Naomi sighs, frustration building. It's
not fair.
Oh, there we go.
I'm not dense. I know there's only so much we can realistically do, so many projects I can actually take on. But I wish I could do more. I wish we could do more.
I know.
The Funplex has never really been a success. Even before I came on board, it was always struggling to stay afloat. I joined it because so few arcades still have the games I love. But I can't turn our situation around, can I? No matter how hard I try. This was my first job. Part of me is hoping it'll be my last job, too. That I can happily spend all my days tinkering with these wonderful games.
Aw.
Every kid says they want to be a fireman or an astronaut or a robot cop or something, but nobody actually ends up doing that. Except me. I wanted to fix up arcade games, and that's what I'm doing. It's all I ever wanted to do.
Oh.
So when I see all these old, broken games, I just want to show them the love I can give. I could be happy working on them for the rest of my life.
Wow, that's dedication. And really, you went straight from school to an arcade job? I mean, I've meandered from job to job, never really sure what I wanted. That's normal, right?
Yeah!
Oh, definitely. I'm the oddball here. It's funny. I followed my heart and found just what I wanted, what I needed, and now, well, now I'm scared someday it'll all come to an end. The Funplex will close.
And if the Funplex goes under, I really don't know what I'm gonna do. All I ever wanted was to work in an arcade. And I'm literally living my dream.
Okay, now I feel bad for bringing down your day. Hey, look, you never know, right? Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe we'll find a game down here that brings in thundering herds of planes. Right! There's a slim hope and we both know it, but Naomi clings to it immediately, eagerly. My low bank balance and grumbling stomach mean I need to cling to that hope as well. Am I my choice? Now I need to make that choice for it. We just need to find the right game. Nobody played in a long time, something that'll tug at the nostalgia strings. It's difficult finding the right balance, especially in the year 20XX. A lot of these games are on life support, borrowed time, but they can be repaired, right? Well, yeah, for now. But CRTs, the monitors that power these old games, before LCDs and now 3D flats started replacing them, they're in short supply. Nobody makes them anymore. I mean, who buys a tube-based TV anymore? Nobody. It's all high definition and a dumb 3D projection tech which looks awful. Nobody appreciates a good CRT anymore. Aren't high-def displays way cheaper though? I've seen some old games running them in other arcades. They're wrong is what they are. These games were designed for pixel-perfect flat panels. They're designed for fuzzy tubes. The picture looks weird on LCD. Even 2 weeks on I'm still fuzzy myself on a lot of this stuff. But I grew up on the internet age. I'm silicon literate. I got opinions. How about we buy some cheap and common games and then gut them for the spare CRTs? Let's use LCDs and just bash people over the head to make the vision blurry. Jeez. Can't we simulate the fuzzy image and still use an LCD? So it's a problem of having spare parts on hand long term. Short of building our own factory for cranking out TV tubes, there's a temporary fix. Buy some cheap common games and use them as organ donors. And ruin a classic? Cheap and common, Naomi, not some rare find, but one that's still readily available. You can even keep the cabinet itself so it can be restored later if need be. Point is, mixing and matching the guts will keep more fragile games afloat.
Makes sense.
Well, I mean, okay, yeah, that does make sense. And I bet I could sell Gavin on the idea too. We'd need more rental storage, but it'd mean less ordering parts and less downtime. Okay, I'll see if there's anything down here nobody would want and nobody would need.
Thank you.
You know, I'm glad you're with us at the Funplex. Whether you take my side or Gavin's side, it's just nice to have somebody who cares about games around. Ashley's fun, but she's way more into cosplay than gaming. But it's kind of odd, you know. What? Feeling like I'm not alone. I know that sounds dramatic, but I'm so used to toiling away in my little workshop with Ashley and Gavin not really caring about the things I love. They're kind enough to me and friendly. Well, Ashley is. But ever since you showed up, I feel like there's someone with me. It's odd. I'm not complaining though. I guess it just takes getting used to after years of feeling perfectly content to be alone. Away from strangers, crowds. It's not really my thing. I don't like to network like Gavin does or socialize like Ashley does. And now I'm making things weird, so I'm gonna stop there. Besides, I'm just about done taking inventory down here. How about you and I... Suddenly, shouting and stomping of feet from the floor above. What the? Sounds like there's a fight or something going on up there. I think we better go see what's what. And I think we better do that next time. Quickly, we hurry upstairs and then we'll see what's happening next time. Because this is about time that we finish it up. Okay, so we'll see what we can get from the auction with Hamza. But that is all for this video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!